How's it going, Internet? I'm WavePunk, and today I want to give you the top 5 things on my Rocket League wish list. Psyonix is an amazing developer who has been just so good about listening to community feedback and putting things into the game that we want that they're able to implement, and so I know that they really enjoy their game and they really care about their game, and even if they can't put these things into the game, they are at least things they'll be willing to listen to and think about putting in the game. Number 1, match history. So most big games these days like Halo or League of Legends have some sort of match history that you can go back through and like look at your previous stats and look at the ways that you've been playing over the last week or so, and it gives you all the different things you've done in competitive or in unranked. And Halo has a system where you can go into their theater and watch replays of any of the games you played in that session. You don't have to remember to save the replay after the game. You just have to remember to go into the theater at the end of your play session and save the ones you really cared about. Which would be so nice, because how often have you been like, that was a sick goal, man, I should save that at the end of the game, and then like 2 games later, you're like, dang it. Having Rocket League save all your replays automatically and then dumping all the ones you didn't go back and specifically say, yes, save this one whenever you hit exit game would be amazing. Number 2, dribble training. So the training suite is like one of the best things about Rocket League. It gives you a way to get better at the game without having to do it at the expense of teammates and friends. Free play is a fantastic place to train, but the actual trainings like aerial and striker and goalie training are really good because they give you objectives. They give you a point where it's alright, you gotta try and achieve this, and once you've achieved that, you can stop trying for that day. In free play, you kind of just go until you get bored, or you have to give yourself some sort of other objective in the middle, and it can be really easy to ignore it because there's not a scoreboard. I'd love to see a thing that actually teaches me ball control on the ground, kind of the way that the goalie training or the striker training, the aerial training teaches me those, with a given objective that I'm trying to achieve. The way I kind of picture it in my head is like, you have these like little goals like a slalom skiing where you gotta go through the gates. There's a bunch of gates and you just gotta dribble the ball through all the gates, and it's timing you to see how fast you can get it through each one. There's just a couple different courses, and it would just be about how much ball control you have on the ground. That'd be great. That's just one idea though. I'm sure the people at Psyonix can think of better ways to implement something like that, but that's something I'd love to see. Number 3, Rewindable exhibitions. So hear me out on this. Tacking on to point number 2 and how good the training suite is in Rocket League, exhibitions are a fantastic place to practice the skills you learn in the trainings against actual cars who are making decisions, but still not have to do it at the expense of other people and friends. I cannot tell you how many times in an exhibition I have sat there and the other team has made a crazy shot at me and I've tried to save it and I barely missed it, but I really wanted to try again. If I could have just hit the bumper and like rewound it 30 seconds and been able to take the shot again, that would be amazing. And this is a thing they already have in Forza. This is a thing in Forza Racing. When you go around a corner and you didn't quite do the corner right, you can hit Y and like rewind the game a bit and then try again. And that would just be so great for some of the shots, because there's so many times in those exhibitions they set up a shot or something, and I'm like, man, I would just love to be able to just drill that one shot over and over and over again, and to see how fast do I need to get up, or what angle do I need to take, blah blah blah. Rewindable exhibitions, make it a toggleable thing, make it something that you can turn on if you want. That would be so great though. Number 4, party colors. I try not to put things on this list that people talk a lot about, but this one's just like so important to me. If I have a group of 3 and I'm going into 3s, I should be able to set like a primary team color and then have it forced onto the field the way that it is in season play, the single player mode. It would be so cool with my purple team to be able to have a purple field or something like that. The big problem you run into, of course, is what happens when you have 2 teams that face off with the same color, and in that situation I think you just have a secondary. You just have to pick 2, and then if both teams' first pick is the same, it just randomly picks one of the other team's second colors. That's just how it would work, and you just have to deal with it. But still, that would be so much better than always being orange and blue. Number 5, custom engines. Now, I know what you're saying. WavePunk, engines don't matter. The cars all have the exact same engine. They do all have the exact same engine, except for one thing. The way it sounds. This is admittedly a small thing, but as someone who drives an Octane, I would really like to be able to have a different engine sound for that car. Because I'm just sitting there, kick off, and it goes, and then my doubles partner over here is driving a Paladin, which sounds like a freaking pod racer, and I'm like, can't I put his engine into my car? Like, I don't want to have to switch cars and learn a new car. just because of the engine sound, but I'd really, really like it to sound different. That, like I said, it's a petty thing. Anyways, that's all I got for you. Like, comment, subscribe, all that good YouTuber stuff. Leave some comments if you've got some things that you would like to have on your Rocket League wishlist put into the game, and just tell me about it. I'd love to hear about it. Anyways, I'll see you guys later. Bye-bye.